Hello everybody, it's time for more Moanin' and Groanin'. I am breaking down the 10 absolute worst tropes in contemporary fiction in my humble, completely correct opinion. If you're not familiar, contemporary fiction is pretty much anything that takes place in the present day. It usually involves real people in real world present day situations. However, it can be connected with other genres like contemporary fantasy or contemporary romance. Because of this, I will be focusing on contemporary fiction that takes place in the present day, regardless of whether or not the work is multi-genre. Contemporary fiction can be awesome, but it can also be a flaming pile of shit, and that's what we're talking about today. Before we get started, I wanted to give my love to Skillshare, who has sponsored today's video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes specifically for creative people. They've got classes in a range of topics, from illustration to marketing, from web design to mailing lists, and of course they have classes in creative writing. Skillshare is curated specifically for learning, which means no ads. Plus, their classes are broken down into bite-sized chunks, so they're super easy to fit into your schedule. On top of that, they are constantly releasing new premium classes, so you can pick up on new skills all the time. I am both a student at Skillshare as well as a teacher. I have a new class on Skillshare all about how to self-publish your book from start to finish. It's a step-by-step guide to self-publishing the right way, so you can learn to tackle the process easily and effectively. I've also got a couple of other classes all about digital marketing for writers, specifically how to grow your author platform and how to have an awesome book release. Whether you're looking to grow your craft or explore brand new skills, Skillshare's got you covered. Plus, they are super affordable. An annual subscription is less than $10 a month. That said, I've got an extra special deal just for you guys. Stick around until the end of this video to find out more. I also wanted to remind you that I've got the Trevor Project fundraiser and giveaway going down. Right now, I am raising money for the Trevor Project, an incredible organization that helps to provide crisis prevention and suicide intervention for queer youths. I am setting funding goals throughout this drive, and for each goal met, one donor will be randomly chosen to win a prize. One of these prizes includes an ARC that is an advanced reader copy of the upcoming fantasy novel Azik, written by NAOMI King, who is a fellow YouTuber and author. You are probably familiar with them. Their channel is amazing. They are an amazing human being, and you can win an ARC of their upcoming book. You can also win a signed copy of Divinity Falling by NOUR ZIKRA, another fellow YouTuber and author. She is absolutely amazing as well. She has participated in my pre-sale giveaway in the past. She is just such a nice human being. Both NAOMI and NOUR are wonderful people. I am so happy to have them participating in and supporting this fundraiser. So I've got their information listed below. Please, please, please check them out and show them your support. I will be selecting the winners and handing out prizes at the end of our fundraiser. But right now, this is our current funding goal, and these are the number of prizes I will be handing out thus far. While you're here, please subscribe to my channel and ring that bell. I post videos on Wednesdays with bonus content on Mondays. Usually we talk about tropes, we talk about writing, we talk about all that good writerly bookish stuff. But sometimes we give back to amazing organizations, and it's super fun, and you can win stuff. Yeah. And don't forget, my dark fantasy novel, The Savior Sister, is available in audiobook right now. So if you love audiobooks, definitely check it out. If you're new to Audible, you can listen to it for free. I got it linked below. On to the 10 worst tropes in contemporary fiction. Please note, this is just my personal opinion, and I am entitled to change my mind. But also please note that I am 100% correct, and anyone who disagrees with me is a flaming pile of cat turd. Number 1, present tense. This is not a trope, but it's my video. So whatever, I do what I want. I am not a fan of present tense writing, to put it politely. I think present tense is gross and should be shipped off to a faraway wasteland where it can die a slow and worthy death. But present tense is usually the tense of choice for literary and contemporary fiction, and this pains me. Why do you want your narrative to sound like a sports commentator? She walks to the store. She sees a bird. She contemplates death. Score! What's extra weird is that present tense writers are very protective of present tense, which is fine, but it's just a tense. Protect something that matters, like the rainforest or human rights. I'm just saying present tense is kind of awkward and contemporary fiction is full of it, so That's just great. Number 2, poor little rich kid. I don't know what it is with contemporary fiction and rich people. It seems like every other contemporary novel I see, particularly contemporary romance, involves some rich bitch whining about how sad and lonely they are because they're so rich. Cry me a fucking river. I'm not saying wealth doesn't have its struggles, but you know what causes even worse struggles? Poverty! You want me to feel bad for a character who is gorgeous and wealthy and popular just because they feel so alone in their mansion? Buy a fucking condo then, you have the money. Maybe don't drive around in a Lambo. Buy a Honda and blend in with the regular folk. But Jenna, Hondas are so ugly. I know, so shut the fuck up and enjoy your money, you privileged dickhole. Number 3, I just want to be normal. This is particularly prevalent in young adult contemporary fiction and young adult contemporary fantasy. I don't want to be this really cool thing. I just want to be a normal teenager. This is bullshit. The only people on this planet who want to be normal are those who are othered based on prejudice. But these characters never fit into these categories. They're always able-bodied, white, cis-het teens who don't want to be the next Fae princess or don't want to be the homecoming king. Ew, that's so weird. Have you met a teenager? They're constantly trying to stand out, to get noticed, to be famous. There's an entire app devoted to teenagers learning dances so they can become internet celebrities. Unless this kid is battling discrimination, you can't convince me they want to be normal. I'm just not buying it. Number 4, stakes so low. I live in the real world. I buy groceries, I pay taxes, I shit and piss like the rest of them. I also experience real world problems like arguing with friends, family conflict, or medical scares. So when I read fiction, I need the stakes to be pretty damn high in order to get invested, and contemporary fiction rarely delivers. It's understandable why. In other worlds and timelines, you can have aliens, you can have wars and monsters and corrupt royals. In contemporary fiction, these options are limited, which is fine. But honestly, if someone isn't getting murdered, I don't care. I recently read a contemporary fiction where the breaking point was one character giving another character the cold shoulder. Oh no, call the police! I literally watched my fiance almost die. If you expect me to care about some petty bullshit, you're sadly mistaken. Number 5, the hipster douche. I'm not like other main characters. I'm different, contemplative, an old soul. My favorite book is The Great Gatsby, my favorite movie is Citizen Kane, and my favorite band is the Beatles. You know, just some of the most famous pieces of media in history, but they're old, and that's what makes me special. Contemporary fiction is filled with characters who pride themselves on being not like everyone else, because they like shit that literally everyone likes. The Great Gatsby is a classic. The Beatles is one of, if not the most popular bands of all time. But these characters are gonna wax poetic about how they're eccentric. And these characters are all the same. They're just these generic white teens or 20-somethings who smoke cigarettes ironically and spout meaningless philosophy and wear ugly grandma sweaters to cover their pasty-ass bodies. You're not unique just because you don't listen to Cardi B, and you're not smart just because you don't read smut. Number 6, inspiration porn. Contemporary fiction is famous for its inspiration porn. An able-bodied author who did zero research writes about a disabled character whose trauma will serve as inspiration to the readers. Someone give this author an award! We love exploiting people for personal gain. Besides, are you even allowed to write about a disabled or neurodivergent character unless you're doing it for the sole sake of inspiring readers who don't give a shit about disabled or neurodivergent people in real life? Why not write a love story about a disabled guy who kills himself at the end and we'll all say it was so beautiful? That's a real book and they made it into a movie because people loved it that much. Holy shit! Obviously, inspiration porn comes in a wide variety, but the disability variety is very prevalent in contemporary fiction. Thanks for making a huge group of people feel completely othered and exploited, asshole. On a related note, number 7, tragedy. A lot of genres eat up tragedy, but contemporary writers masturbate to it. They have a very particular formula. They're going to write a super boring story and then everyone will die at the end. But don't worry, it's supposed to make you think. Yeah, I'm thinking about how I've lost hours of my life reading this shitty-ass book. I'm thinking about how I could have been doing something fun, or at least reading something happy. Contemporary writers, why you gotta give your characters a life-threatening disease just for the sake of a metaphor? I know I said I wanted the stakes to be high, but I also didn't want to fall into a depressive hole. My brain chemistry already has that covered. Look, it's fine if you want to kill people, but for God's sake, at least make it entertaining. Number 9, the nice guy. Nice guys thrive in contemporary fiction, mostly because a lot of contemporary fiction writers are incels. If you're not familiar with the nice guy, I'm going to assume you're an alien, but hey, that's all right. Live long and prosper. A nice guy is someone who's said maybe 1 or 2 polite things to a woman and thinks that that has earned him pussy. Then he gets his panties in a knot when it doesn't work out that way, usually because he's ugly and a creep. There are so many contemporary stories that follow a man or a boy pining over a woman who doesn't want him, and we're supposed to pity him because he's entitled to sex, I guess. It's just gross and makes you assume all kinds of unflattering things about the author. He's probably gonna say his story is poetic, and he might even win some kind of award, because the literary community is filled with basement dwellers just like him. And last but not least, number 10, snobbery. If you majored in creative writing, then you already know. I didn't because I knew better. Contemporary fiction, specifically within the literary fiction realm, tends to have an air of pretentiousness. This is why creative writing students are encouraged to not be creative and write contemporary and/or literary fiction exclusively. Fantasy, sci-fi, romance, mystery? Get out of here! It's not like those are some of the highest selling genres in the industry. Who cares about entertaining your readers and paying your bills? I'm personally of the mindset that no genre or category is less than another. There are ones that I prefer, absolutely, but that doesn't really make a difference. Every single genre serves its purpose and has an audience. So I don't understand the snobbery around one particular niche. It seems kind of silly, like you're priding yourself on something pretty meaningless. Pride yourself in your character and how you treat people. And of course you can pride yourself on the fact that you're a good writer, but it seems kind of weird to pride yourself on the fact that your stories are set in the present day and carry some kind of philosophical meaning. Get your priorities right, it ain't that deep. So that's all I got for you today. Thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. I cannot stress enough how much I enjoy this platform, so much so that I am both a student and a teacher. If you're interested in growing your craft or learning new skills or taking any of my classes, definitely check out Skillshare right now. Even better, the first 1,000 people who click the link in my description below will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. That's a free trial, so you get to take classes for free, $0. Click the link, only the first 1,000 people who click it are gonna get it, so do it. And of course, a friendly reminder, I've got my Trevor Project fundraiser and giveaway going down. Please, please, please donate any amount, no matter how small, definitely makes a difference. And you could be walking away with some awesome prizes. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos on Wednesdays, and if you want to be alerted as soon as I upload, ring that bell. The Save Your Sister is available in audiobook right now, so if you want to listen to my #1 best-selling dark fantasy romance, now is the time. Plus, if you're new to Audible, you can listen for free. I got it all linked below. And be sure to follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, BookBub, and of course, you can tweet me at Jenna Moreci. Bye!
This is Musumi. Per orders, you must subscribe to Jenna's channel and ring that bell. Your sovereign commands it. Any deviation from his word will be penalized harshly, so if you know what's good for you, subscribe.